Get into a couple more things, Riley, in the world of movie news. There was the box office. What happened to the box office?
Yeah, the box office report is out, and The Nun is the biggest opening in the Conjuring universe so far, beating Conjuring and Conjuring 2, which I can't believe, at a $53.5 million.
That's such a big...
Which I mean, that is a huge number. It's great. It's officially ushering in the horror movie season, and everybody's already changed their Twitter handles on Twitter and I'm wait till October.
Yeah, I know.
Wait till October.
So hard.
I'm so confused by this because I didn't see this movie because I heard it's a stinker.
It has bad reviews.
So
People don't care.
There's nothing out right now.
It's done nothing for me, and that like that.
Yeah.
It just
it
the
just
marketing
feels so
doesn't
fucking gross in my ears.
Yeah. Oh,
every time
well,
they do.
Well, now we're gonna do it again, right, Peter?
Does it not affect you?
I don't care for it.
If you had a preference, it was not that.
I love Clark Wolf so much.
So that's what we do in this show. You
The
don't
best.
like it, we do it again, right, Peter?
Yeah, just fun fact.
When I'm trying to drink my tea too, and it like is going down.
What's worse for you, the burps or the farts?
Whatever that exact one is, that one's
Too
got
wet?
like a weird red. It's the wet. It's the wet sound.
All right.
Oh.
All right. Anyway.
The register.
I will say about The Nun something something that I think is interesting is aside from the one little baby teaser and like a handful of baby little clips, there was no advertising for this movie.
Right.
Except for the poster that I was in, apparently. Everybody.
What?
You saw the poster. Pull it up.
No.
It looks like me.
Do I
Everybody
put
said
The
it looked
Nun-
That doesn't
The
look like
Nun,
you.
Really?
Yeah. How does he pull it up? He does not look like you. He looks like Marilyn Manson.
Which
That's what I
one?
saw.
Which one?
Where?
Oh, that one. That's how Riley looks when he wakes up.
That's me.
That's him when you say he's
Where
got
are
the
you
shits.
guys seeing
Yeah.
Riley?
Yeah, I don't get it.
Yeah, a lot of people sent it to me and said, "Oh, I didn't know Riley was in The Nun."
You know what? I did see the one, but
there's some
but
that
you
were
can't,
like-
you can't just tell the guys, "Hey, bring it up," and then it's just like random pictures of Nun. Do you have one? Do they have the picture you're
It's like
talking
the
about?
meanest thing anybody could ever say to you.
Yeah, it's weird. But
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah, that one.
Oh
Which-
yeah, it is that one. Oh yeah, yes.
that one.
If they can't see you, say that one, not that one, not that one. Go
Okay,
no,
it's the
go
furthest
left,
on the
down,
left.
down,
Go
guys.
down.
Jesus Christ.
Guys, stop talking to him. Down.
All right.
Keep going down. Keep going down. Down. Stop.
That right there.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that is Riley.
That looks like Riley a little bit.
No,
Yeah, a little.
That's
you
from
guys
The
are-
Conjuring 2, though.
You are smoking crack.
yeah, I don't.
That is. You don't think so?
Don't see it.
Yeah, I can
but
see it.
What part of it?
That's not
Okay,
even
good.
promotional material. That's from the second Conjuring.
Yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
people were tagging me, going, "Hey, Riley,
I
did
see
you know
it.
you were in The Nun?"
I see it.
Are you making a joke?
No, I'm dead serious. I
Which
can
part?
see it.
Which part?
He looks like him in his face. It looks like you.
In the
bit.
face part.
In his face, the whole face.
A little bit.
I'm telling you, if you put that stupid thing on for Halloween, you could look like that.
We were
You
talking
could
about that
do it.
last
I
night.
could
Me and
look
Julie,
like
what are we
that.
gonna
No,
wear?
but I mean, look just like that creepy thing.
If I put that on, I could look like that creepy thing.
No, I
so
don't
could
believe
you.
you.
So could she.
Stop that.
Can we talk about how in The Conjuring 2, my favorite part, Patrick Wilson like calmly sitting in his kitchen
Yes.
painting, and how he's like, oh yeah, I just had this weird dream, and he turns it around and it's this, and it just like he's just like, yeah, what up? Good morning. I made coffee. Anyway, I've been dreaming about this,
Right.
and it's like,
Anyways, I was thinking about a spin-off
yeah,
movie.
it's
Yeah.
so like, oh my god, it's so funny to me.
But
but
I
it
wonder.
crushed.
I don't
You have
know.
a weird sense of humor,
I know,
my friend.
I really do, because it's just he's so nonchalant about it. And he turns around this horrifying.
I
Go
wish.
Psychic.
I wish that it. I mean, not. I don't ever wish a movie not to make money. But what I'm saying is, I wish The Conjuring 1 and 2 would have done better because I think those are probably better movies.
Really
I don't
surprised.
understand.
Oh, the
Yeah.
release date. Well, we need
Yeah,
to talk about this.
of course.
Yes.
Because
Nothing out.
Conjuring 1 came out in
October.
No, July.
Yeah,
Summer.
It was a summer movie.
It was a summer movie.
Oh.
And then Conjuring 2, also a summer movie, but moved up, right? Wasn't it March? Can we, or May? Sorry, May?
Let me look.
Can we
Yeah.
Google this? But what is this weekend, this past weekend, It weekend?
Right.
Last
Oh, wow.
summer.
Yeah.
So New Line, who also produces the Conjuring movies, what do we got?
June.
Conjuring
It was June
10th.
10th.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So July is the first Conjuring. They move it. It's a phenomenon. June, they move it up. They're like,
that
we're,
up, though.
we're competing in summer movie season.
Here's the thing with that, Clark. Though
Yes.
you see the box office for that, 320 million, right?
Yes.
In the U.S., that's how much it made for
Well, that
U.S.
says U.S. dollars.
Okay.
So I don't know.
So bring that up. See how much it made overall, because I don't think the Nun's going to catch.
The Nun
No,
Conjuring
and
done.
this is the
Yeah.
thing. So I think New Line is capitalizing on post Labor Day. Now everybody is drinking pumpkin spice lattes and changing their handles on
Right.
Twitter. It's Halloween.
It's too soon.
It's fun.
What is the handle thing you guys are
320,
talking
yeah.
about?
So
Worldwide.
it's like last year I was Clark's Werewolves. You know,
right.
like you do.
Yeah, I was Riley the 13th.
Yeah.
What's mine?
You got to make it up, don't you?
Oh.
What, are you making people do it for you?
Yeah, I guess so.
The Roxy
lazy.
Horror Picture Show.
Oh,
The Roxy
That's why I
Horror
make
Picture
Horror.
Show.
And this is why I make people do it for
Yeah,
me.
that's good. There you go.
It's
That's
way
perfect.
better than anything I could
yeah.
have done.
Yeah, she nailed it on one shot.
I've been thinking
Conjuring
about
2.
that for a while.
That's
No.
worldwide.
What's that?
That's worldwide.
Yeah,
The
320.
worldwide.
It
No,
made
it's
more
worldwide.
foreign
Yeah.
than it did here. Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, so yeah, I think New Line was really smart with their strategy. No competition. Crazy Rich Asians has been out for several weeks now, which is
Yep.
great. And now we're it's like unofficial end of summer, so now it's fall.
Yeah, it's already
And-
made 132.
Yeah, and so yeah, it was a huge international opening for the
Wow.
Nun as well. But I do think you're right. I think we're going to see a really big drop, but maybe we won't. Who knows?
I'll give you another reason why it did well. It's an hour and 36 minutes.
Yeah.
That's
Easy
another.
peasy.
But-
well, no, you can play it
Can
more.
we
Yeah.
talk about how it is R-rated? So the fun story about the first Conjuring is that they did not mean to make an R-rated movie. And if
No.
you watch the first Conjuring movie, there's no violence, there's no sex.
It's just so scary.
It's scary.
Yeah.
And they were
The,
like,
the test audience, they were like, wait, we have something here.
I remember this.
It
Yeah.
was
Right,
it
right.
was coming out where it's like, this is the scariest movie we've seen in a long time.
Yeah,
and
but
so they really embraced
they
it.
got this R rating, and the producers, because I actually asked them about this, the producers were like, what can we do to appeal this? And the MPAA was like, nothing, it's too scary. And they were like, okay, well, I guess we have an R-rated movie. What's fascinating to me now is that every single spin-off in the Conjuring universe has been an R
R-rated.
rating. They are not shying away from it. And for $53 million for an R-rated movie, franchise
big.
movie,
Yeah.
that's really impressive.
Cops, I hear you moaning back there. Do you not like The Conjuring?
No, I like the I think it was hyped a little bit too much. I
The
do.
first Conjuring?
I think the first one was a little hyped.
I gave it
'cause
5
saw-
out of 5 spoons.
I don't
I,
get.
s- I saw it.
I don't
and-
get that
Let him
backlash
talk.
now.
Yeah,
Let
let
him
me
talk.
talk, Riley. No,
Hey,
I'm kidding.
shut up,
Okay, all right. Hey, easy. Happy Monday. We had our coffee. I enjoyed it. I thought it was great, or fine, whatever. But I do think that at first that the whole R-rated thing was a little gimmicky. But seeing how the franchise has continued forward with this rated R trend, it obviously works, and it worked in their advantage that first time because it did build that hype that that's so scary we have to make it rated R. So then they keep going, and then Conjuring 2 is better.
Is that?
Oh, Copster, no.
No, I
Yes.
don't
See,
think so.
that's interesting.
Oh yes.
Yeah, Cops always has those hot takes.
Yeah,
The-
that's a real
Cops are
hot
like
take.
it
The
that
scene
much
with Patrick
either.
Wilson
Oh, yeah.
playing guitar is probably better than anything in the first Conjuring movie.
That's not
Cops
even.
Let Clark yell at Cops.
No,
Please,
no,
Clark.
I'm just saying that I don't even know what to say to that because because I have said many times. It's weird that I'm talking to him and I can't see him.
Yeah, look at his radio.
But I've said this many times. For me, that scene. I think James Wan is going to be the next Steven Spielberg.
Wow.
And I always point to, in The Conjuring 2, that scene. The movie stops. It stops for character. And to me, that scene is akin to, in Jaws, Brody and his kids sitting at the table just making faces at each other.
Yep.
It's this super heartfelt moment in the middle of a really scary movie, right? So, Copster, while I don't disagree that that scene is beautiful and really important, I don't know how you say it's better than anything in The Conjuring 1 because that's not what we're talking. Like,
No, of course. I'm being harder than I really probably should be because I do enjoy the first one, but I don't know. There was something about that first one that I felt like maybe they took it a little too serious, and it's a little bit been there, done that. But I'm fine with been there, done that because that's all horror films, and when it's handled appropriately, then that's when I can kind of forgive that. Whereas I think for me, on a personal take, The Conjuring 2 kind of took the silliness to another level, and I enjoyed that a little bit more. It kind of was a little bit more self-aware of what was going on.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people weren't a fan of the Crooked Man stuff, but
I love the Crooked Man.
we
No,
want-
we said this on Nightmares
Yeah.
1,000 times.
We wanted Crooked Man more than the Nun.
And
Yeah.
The Nun, by the
Weren't
way.
they supposed to do the Crooked Man?
It's in development.
The
Okay.
Nun was added completely in reshoots.
Yes.
Did you know that, Copster?
I did not know that.
Yeah,
No.
so basically, this was like New Line saying, we need an iconic character, something that people will see and go, I know what that
Right.
is. And they added the Nun and I guess Valak all in reshoots. And for me, that's my bigger problem with The Conjuring 2 is The Conjuring 2 to me is bloated. Like, and it's as a result of adding in the Nun because you have Old Bill, then you have the Crooked Man.
What's Annabelle? Annabelle's from the first one.
Annabelle is the cold open to the first movie, yeah. But yeah, so then you add a third entity, and I'm just like, guys, too much.
I'll
Like,
tell you what,
stuff.
though, that they've done, though. Move over Dark Universe. Move over even better than DC at this
yeah.
point. At this
Yes.
point, don't hate
Box
me here.
office, yeah.
But I'm saying box office wise, they have made a shared universe under the radar.
Totally.
Oh, yeah.
And like because you look at like you said, Annabelle, the Nun, they do Crooked Man, all this stuff. Like they're really building up, and they're doing it with small budgets, and they're hitting it inside of their universe, throwing it, and they're just piecing it together. They capitalized on 2 successful movies first, then I think maybe they did Annabelle, the first Annabelle after Conjuring.
Yeah,
Correct.
they did.
Yeah, so-
and that was
a Halloween release.
Yeah.
There was no other scary theatrical
Yeah.
movies coming out that year. Okay, Annabelle is a stinker. The first one is like, I think it is truly awful.
Yeah.
I agree.
Truly
It's bad.
awful.
It's pretty bad.
I didn't think it was that bad, but there's definitely we rewatched it again and then watched Creation, which
Yeah.
is far superior.
I'll
And
give
the
you a-
fact that they're giving a part 3, which I'm like, how are you going to do that?
Yeah, and did you hear what he said?
It's perfect.
A Night at the Museum
It's they're going into
with
the
the Warrens'
basement with all the
with all
toys.
scary shit.
Oh, so they're going to be in. Okay, that's
Yeah.
That's the pitch,
But that's
which I'm like,
smart.
okay,
So, well,
in
James
on that.
Wan though, what's James Wan going to do? Is James Wan going to stay in? Because obviously, so let's say, I think Roka's still a lunatic. I think there's no way in hell Aquaman makes 200 million opening weekend. That's a lunatic take. But I do think it will do well. I am excited. I like the trailers and the things that I saw at Comic-Con for it. I'm excited for it. I want to see how it pans out. Let's say that this movie, Aquaman, crushes, right? And it's like you say, it really puts him on the next level to start getting him into that conversation of one of the greats. Because right now he's a very respected director, but he's not in the great conversation yet. Where does he go? Does he focus his attention more towards horror stuff? Does he go towards the big blockbuster stuff, or does he keep doing,
I mean, I know
playing
what
the
I
road?
think. I think that James, made New Line a lot of money with The Conjuring, and then he said, "Guys, I don't want to just do horror," and they said, and then he went over and made Furious 7,
Yep.
and Warner Brothers said, "Okay, wait a second, come back over here." And what you've seen is not only is his company Atomic Monster set up at WB New Line, but he is making them, his name and his brand, right, is making them so much money. On top of that, Lights Out was a James Wan, they
Yeah.
find Sandberg and they say, okay, James is your shepherd, right? Come on over.
Right.
He just did Shazam.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm
Right,
saying?
Yeah.
So New Line, Warner Brothers is saying, we want you in our family. So what does he do next? Honestly, I think he does whatever he wants.
Right.
And on top of that, for me, announcing James overseeing Swamp Thing, a live-action Swamp Thing series. Now, yes, it's genre, sure, but to me, that says Warner Brothers is really
They're
happy with
invested.
Aquaman.
Yeah, sure, okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? Because the movie hasn't even come out yet.
There he is.
What
Oh,
we've
hi.
Let's get you over there.
Yeah, in worst case,
Oh.
he can always just fall back on The Conjuring. I think we're owed Conjuring 3 because he didn't come back for Insidious 3, and that broke my heart.
Yeah.
I want to see him just finally finish a trilogy. Just
Yeah.
finish something.
I think
I
would
want
like
that.
to see
I
that.
would
We-
love for him to do Conjuring 3.
And werewolves.
What do you think?
No,
Conjuring 3?
Yeah. Did you ever see
what we've seen so far of him, I think, is amazing. I think that his future very much so depends on Aquaman. If he can't knock this out of the park, it's going to be a problem, not because of just him as a director, but because of the new technology he's creating. And if you want to be the next Spielberg, you need to be able to create that technology and then implement it accurately.
Yeah, I hope it's cool.
So I'm thinking it's going to be pretty good. I think it's not going to be amazing. I think it's going to be really strong and good enough for him to go to the next level. And then I think we see him start to do like war movies.
No, we'll see. Ryan, what are you looking at? What do you got over there?
Just people just in the chat saying they want a Conjuring 3. They like Annabelle Creation over Annabelle. That
Yeah.
They do think that he's in the conversation right now because of the producing wise with James Wan.
Yeah.
I mean, he's producing a Stephen King Tommyknockers,
Yeah.
Arachnophobia remake. It's like he's
all for WB.
all for
And New
WB.
Line, yeah.
He has that. You put James Wan produced the horror movie, they're going to show up. I want him to. I hope after Aquaman, he does Conjuring 3.